Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6, authorities are investigating after one of their own is involved in a domestic dispute where shots were fired near Prosser. Also ahead,
voters in Findlay need to decide on an education levy. I'm Monique Ledesma with the details coming up.
Plus,
I think you're always looking for an edge. How can we maybe try something a little different on a breakout or on a forecheck or whatever that is.
It is a make it or break it night for the Tri-City Americans. Our Dan Hansen is covering tonight's playoff action. Later,
the legal arguments for a wealth tax are untested. The courts could go either way on that issue.
Governor Ferguson opposed to wealth tax proposals from legislative Democrats. Albert James will have that story. And it is the first day of April. Here's Stacy.
We've had some scattered showers. Things are clearing up tonight and some big changes in the weather forecast. I'll tell you more coming up. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
And a very good evening. Thank you for joining us on this first day of April. I'm Austin Reed. Wendy is on assignment. We are going to start with developing news. We are continuing to follow this. Apple Valley News Now confirming there has been a member of law enforcement involved in a possible domestic violence shooting. This happened in Prosser today, just before 2 p.m. on West King Toll Road. Kennewick Police Department is expected to pick up the case due to it involving a county deputy. At this time, it is unknown if anyone was hurt. We are working to get more information and will continue to keep you updated both on air and online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Well, the current Findlay School District levy is nearing its end, expiring at the end of this year. The district is hoping third time is a charm for their special election this April after their previous two measures this past February failed. New at 6, Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma says if this measure fails, the Findlay School District is at risk of running lean internally.
Once Findlay voters receive their ballots in the mail this week, they'll be able to see an educational and program maintenance levy. Brian Long, the superintendent, says the levy is asking voters to support a measure that's $1.89 per 1,000 for average homeowner.
If your home value is roughly $300,000, you'll pay just over $500 a year. Which is about $60 a month to support our schools. And then the measure, and that's for 2026, the measure would increase to $1.99 per thousand in 2027. That will bring to our district just over $1.6 million, which will help, again, pay for the salaries that are essential for our folks to give great education to our kids.
Long says if the levy doesn't pass, it would mean cuts to school staffing, which could potentially affect student school days.
You're going to see changes to the school year calendar. We're discussing measures to reduce to a 4-day school week right now.
These school staffing cuts and decreased hours, Long also said, would be seen throughout the whole district, not only on certain employees within the district.
It's not just paras, but it's our secretary staff, it's our custodial staff, it's our food service staff, and we're looking at savings in other salaried positions like teachers and administrators. Anywhere we can trim and cut, that's where we're looking to have some savings.
According to Long, the cuts would also impact the school's ban to reduce performance and student athletes.
Potentially cutting athletics, which I know is a very important part of our community and what our kids do in schools. So those are pretty significant things for a student and for a student to be a part of in our schools. But without the support of a levy dollars, we're down to what the state provides for education, and the state only provides staffing for English, math, science, the basic cores of education.
Long says when homeowners see wording on lines on their property tax statements like taxes towards state schools or state school tax too, according to Long, local schools don't always see those dollars.
That is a misconception. All of your taxes from your property taxes go to the general fund for the state budget, and those dollars don't necessarily come back to education. And so it's slightly misleading, unfortunately, because our community believes that what they pay in their property taxes for state schools goes to the Findlay School District. It does not.
He also says, whereas when voters see a levy on a local ballot, they can have an impact on their local community that they live in.
The power of a levy is that it's our own local vote. those dollars do directly come to the school district because that's how they're levied. That's how we've listed them in propositions. Those dollars cannot be captured by the state. They have to come back to our local schools.
Voters have until April 22nd to cast their vote. There is a ballot drop-off box at the Findlay Middle School. Reporting in Findlay, Monique Ledesma for Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Monique, thank you for that. Let's talk First Alert weather. Stacy here.
Things are changing. So we're going to go from coolish, I'm making these words up, to springy this weekend. So
All right, I'll take that.
That's what's changing. But right now we've been tracking a few showers out in the region. Let's take a look at our radar. You see them, they're kind of drying up. But we were seeing Mattawa out in that area, Royal City, also seeing a few little stray showers. And we've been kind of keeping an eye for a potential thunderstorm, but have not seen that, even though we had a little bit of that yesterday. Look at the skies in Yakima by Mart Skycam, 56 degrees, our humidity at 43%. So we'll start to see some clearing skies in the Yakima Valley here in the coming hours. Temperatures are still fairly pleasant, below the average, but 58 right now in the Tri-Cities, lower 50s here in the foothills of the Blues, and those lower to mid 50s in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. The weather pattern has been active and unsettled and unstable as that jet stream has moved below our region. That's kind of causing that. That's going to be changing here in a couple of days. Mostly dry and breezy tonight. Look for temperatures down in 30, so a little bit on the cool side once again in the morning. I'm still wearing my warm fuzzy jammies at night. Straight thunderstorm tonight, pretty much wrapping up. Breezy to gusty winds for the next couple of days. Get ready for a weekend warm up. We'll have cooler temps next week. And how much rain did we get yesterday? I'll answer that question coming up here in just a bit. Austin?
New tonight, today is the day many have been waiting for. It is the start of Yakima Tieton's 115th irrigation season. Officials say if you haven't done so yet, you are asked to call their main office to pay your bill and request water to be turned on. The district says they do not automatically turn on water. They say it must be requested so they don't have unexpected issues such as breaks or flooding. It also may take a day or two to get everyone up and going. Meanwhile, the Kennewick Irrigation District season officially kicked off today. Canals can now take up to 4 weeks to get the entire system up and running there. KID is urging customers to adopt the voluntary watering schedule in response to worsening drought conditions across Washington state. In 2024, the district implemented a mandatory watering schedule, which began on July 7th due to drought conditions. We have a crime alert for you. Just before 7 this morning, Kennewick police were dispatched to a disturbance in the 100 block of North Irving Place. Officials say a man was making serious threats to harm a neighbor. Officers attempted to arrest the guy, but he fled inside his home. So Tri-Cities Regional SWAT team was called in and a 2-hour-long standoff started. The suspect finally gave up and was taken into custody without any problems. He was booked into Benton County Jail for felony harassment and 2 unrelated warrants. No one else was harmed. Washington State Patrol now investigating a deadly crash. It happened late last night in Franklin County. Authorities say a vehicle was on northbound State Route 395 near milepost 25 in Pasco city limits. A pedestrian was crossing the highway, and that same car struck the pedestrian. She has been identified as 45-year-old Johanna Paul from Kent, Washington. The driver was a 22-year-old man from Richland. Nobody was hurt. No charges have been filed. And April is National Child Abuse Awareness Month, and throughout the month, several buildings in Kittitas County will feature blue lighting to call attention to the effort. Central Washington University, City of Ellensburg, and Kittitas County will be participating in the campaign by lighting up their buildings with blue to highlight the importance of child abuse awareness. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, at least 1 in 7 children experienced child abuse or neglect in the past year across the United States. And over in Richland, April is National Donate Life Month, which raises awareness for organ donation. One area hospital is raising an organ donation flag to mark the occasion.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cadleg held a flag raising this morning at their medical center. One speaker at the event knows personally the legacy of organ and tissue donation after the loss of her son in 2018. The flag will continue to fly throughout the month of April. All right, the Tri-City Americans are back home to play Game 3 against the Victoria Royals in the WHL playoffs at the Toyota Center in Kennewick. And that is where we find our very own Dan Hansen, who joins us live to tell us how the AMs are approaching the game. Dan, good evening.
Yeah, Austin, the Tri-City Americans are down 2-0. Down, but not out. This team's motto all year has been resiliency.
We know we're playing our game. Lots of teams can't compete with us.
It's been a roller coaster of a season for the Americans. At one point riding a historic winning streak, only to hit a rough patch after the new year, losing 6 of their next 10 games. Despite the ups and downs, they battled their way into the playoffs and now find themselves in a must-win situation.
Oh yeah, they're a good, small, skilled team. They got lots of offense and defense on their back end, so we just got to take care of them with our size and hopefully trash and get a few goals here.
The Americans may be trailing in the series, but Sloan says leadership both on and off the ice will be key in keeping the team focused.
Yeah, it's not over till one team wins 4 games, so it's only halfway there. They only got 2. There's still lots of hockey left to go.
The Royals have outscored the AMs 9-2 over the first 2 games. But Americans head coach Stu Barnes has been in this situation before.
You know, I think you're always looking for an edge. How can we, maybe try something a little different on a breakout or on a forecheck or whatever that is. And I think as players, they're doing the same thing. They're always looking for, how can I get an edge? How can I maybe get a cleaner shot or an easier path out of my zone? So, that's what makes it fun.
Sloan says nothing compares to playing in front of the home crowd and is calling on the community to help bring the energy.
Just the cheering over the simple stuff like blocks, just good hits. Just hearing them out loud, coming alive, gets us energized and ready to go out and play.
Now, Austin, the puck drops at 7:05 tonight, and if you're in the area, come on down and make some noise for the boys. Reporting live in Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Go Americans. Dan, thank you for that. The news at 6 is just getting started. Still ahead, Governor Ferguson opposing a key part of the state's budget plans. Albert James will explain. But first,
if you need to repair your car, it costs you a little more money. Same thing when the dealer takes in a trade-in, they have to recondition the vehicle.
How car buyers need to prepare for Trump's tariffs, which go into effect in just a couple of hours from right now. And let's go to a live picture from Kennewick. 58 degrees on this first day of April. Stacey returns with your full First Alert forecast. We're on your side and we're back right after this.
The highly anticipated Sage Spa at Legends Casino Hotel is now open and taking reservations, offering massage therapy, body treatments, manicures, pedicures, facials, saunas, and more. Plus, the only spa facility to offer wet and dry wellness pods in the entire Northwest. Call the Sage Spa at Legends now to make your reservation for the ultimate relaxation experience.
Spring is in the air, so let's fill it with music. At Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos, our New Beginnings Spring Used Piano Sale is in full swing. From charming uprights to grand statement pieces, we've got gently loved pianos at prices that'll put a spring in your step. Each piano is expertly tuned, ready to play, and waiting for you. Spring into new beginnings today at Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos in Richland, because life's more fun when you know how to play.
Bad back? Get Good Feet with the personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Dust off those dancing shoes and grab your partner. Active for Life presents Community Dance, Friday, April 4th at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Here's an event you won't want to miss. There'll be dinner, dancing, casino-like games, and more. All this fun and excitement for just $30. It'll be a night to remember. Get your tickets now at the following locations. Proceeds for this wonderful event go to benefit the Walk to End Alzheimer's. It's the Community Dance, Dancing Through the Decades, Friday, April 4th from 5 to 9. Sponsored by these fine sponsors.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the Big Truck Heavy Hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck, our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the Big Truck Heavy Hitter.
The Heavy Hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar this Thursday at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
American Idol is new on ABC.
Watch Sundays and Mondays on Apple Valley News Now. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Welcome back. President Trump's tariffs won't just make new cars more expensive. They'll drive up costs of owning a car that consumers may not think about. New at 6, Karen Kafa has the details.
Ford said on Tuesday that their sales surged in March, and while the company didn't specifically mention tariffs in their release, it's likely that buyers made their purchases ahead of the threat of higher prices. And if those auto tariffs do take effect as planned later this week, the cost of a new car isn't the only thing that could climb.
President Trump's 25% tariffs on imported vehicles and parts are set to take effect on Thursday and could create a market for new cars similar to pandemic-era supply chain scarcity with a more costly pinch.
Autos have done nothing but increase in cost. And today we actually have higher interest rates than we did back in the COVID times.
Higher auto costs can bring higher insurance costs, which have already skyrocketed in recent years. Tariffs on items like steel and aluminum also said to push the price of auto parts higher, so repairs and used cars could cost more too.
If you need to repair your car, it costs you a little more money. Same thing when the dealer takes in a trade-in, they have to recondition the vehicle, they have to repair the vehicle, be selling standards. That will add cost as well.
Meanwhile, gas prices have recently pushed higher, but it's more about spring break demand than tariffs right now, according to AAA.
Obviously, anytime we talk about tariffs, markets react right away. Potentially retailers could react right away, but we have not seen that in recent weeks.
AAA says tariffs on imports from Canada could squeeze drivers in the northern portion of the country.
Northern states in New England, along the Midwest, all those states that are closest to Canada do rely on gasoline from Canada in many cases. So they could be seeing some effects.
But AAA also notes the national average is about 40 cents lower per gallon than this time last year.
And the auto tariffs, part of a broader tariff strategy from the Trump White House. The White House says that President Trump will hold an event on Wednesday afternoon where he will announce plans for further reciprocal tariffs, though the details are not yet firm. That's leaving U.S. businesses and U.S. trade partners somewhat anxious. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Developments coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest from 5 till 7 a.m. and again at 5 and 6 p.m. right here.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And happy Tuesday to you. April 1st or April Fool's Day. Nobody's fooled me yet. Maybe a couple of weird online stories, but that's it so far. 58 degrees. The weather has been a little on and off, a little breezy here and there. Clouds, a few sprinkles in some of our areas. Winds are at 11 miles per hour. Those winds are going to start picking up a little bit more tonight. Futurecast shows most of our moisture moving on out of the area. However, you'll still see some light snow falling occasionally in the Blue Mountains, the upper elevations, and even in our Cascade Mountains, but again, very high elevations. Below, we're going to see clearing skies. You'll see some sunshine coming forward, and moving into the weekend is going to be really nice. Now, there is a slight chance of a stray storm coming through Moses Lake Othello. That's late on Thursday afternoon. Let's talk about rain chances over the next couple of days. Best chance is in Walla Walla, 20% Wednesday, 30% on Thursday. Everybody else pretty much not so much. Here we go. We've got that jet stream dipping way down south, pulling that cold air down. So our temperatures are sitting just a little below average. That continues into our Wednesday. But on Thursday, check it out. We've got a ridge of high pressure, the happy button. That's going to start to move over our area and increase and warm our region up. Let's talk about those breezy and gusty winds. The windiest place right now, Ellensburg, 34-mile-an-hour gust. Pretty breezy right now in Yakima. A little bit less windy as you get into the Columbia Basin. Tracking futurecast winds, we'll see continuing winds picking up tomorrow afternoon as we move through the evening. My clicker's having a problem. There we go. All right, so look for gusty winds for the next couple of days. And with those gusty winds, that picks up all that pollen in our air. If you're sniffling and sneezing, those pollen levels are pretty high. We're in the high zone in the 9s for the next couple of days, dropping just barely below the 9 on Thursday and Friday, and then we'll pick back up on Saturday. So the winds definitely impacting our pollen forecast. How much rain did we get yesterday? Not a lot, but it makes a difference. Every little bit counts. That added to those totals for the month of March. But look at Tri-Cities. We got just barely a skiff, almost a quarter of an inch though there in Walla Walla. Here's what we picked up for the month of March rain-wise. Most of us picked up a little bit above average, with the exception of Walla Walla and Pendleton. They were a little bit below average, but not much. So pretty good rain totals for the month of March, which will really aid as we go forward into these warmer and drier months moving forward. Let's take a look at our temperatures overnight tonight. We're going to see down in the 30s once again, chilly, but staying above the freezing level in all of our areas. Here's what it looks like in Tri-Cities. Those breezy and gusty winds, look for that warm up into the weekend. Yakima also, temperatures warming up gradually. Weekend is looking great. If you have any golf plans, Apple Tree, here you come. Ellensburg also looking good. Time to take a nice hike up in those hills around the Ellensburg area. Walla Walla is going to see a little more chances of rain here for the next couple of days, but drying out just in time for the weekend. And in Hermiston, look for those gustier winds tomorrow afternoon, especially along that I-84 corridor. And then it gets really nice heading into the weekend. So pretty good looking weather forecast overall.
Not bad.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's already April.
There it is, April 1st.
Unbelievable.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, Stacy. Coming up next, we're going to take you to Dust Devils Media Day. Hang tight.
Looking for the perfect spot to relax? Welcome to Hoops, your new favorite restaurant and bar, where the vibe is clean, the food is delicious, and the staff always friendly. Whether you're in for a night of trivia, a round of pool, darts, dancing, pull tabs, or karaoke, Hoops has it all. Great food, great people, Hoops, where every night is a great experience. Hoops Bar. Stop by today for your next great night out.
What's great about basketball? Almost everything.
What's not great about basketball? The term three-pointer.
Boring.
Instead, let's just call them triple plays.
Check it out. Hit it, Steve.
Roberts has it, fires. It's a triple play.
It actually works.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Complete coincidence that that's also the name of where we work.
Not engineered by marketing. No way.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Power up with free extra battery deals on select Steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Attention Kennewick Irrigation District customers. Due to worsening drought conditions in Washington state, we recommend that you prepare landscaping needs now, for restrictions will likely occur later. Use voluntary watering schedule to ease your lawn into future restriction. Use drip and hose irrigation to focus water where it's needed. Your water conservation efforts today will directly impact the availability of water throughout the irrigation season. Remember, every drop counts. For more information, visit KID.org and click the Drought Information button.
One of the best female groups of all time, En Vogue, in concert. Saturday, May 31st at Legends Casino Hotel. The multiple Grammy Award nominees with more than 20 million records sold worldwide. En Vogue. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss En Vogue live Saturday, May 31st at Legends Casino Hotel.
Welcome back to the news at 6. In local living, the Tri-City Dust Devils met members of the media earlier today at Giesa Stadium as they prepare for opening day. The season opener is set for Friday when the guys welcome the Vancouver Canadians into town. The team features a mix of retiring players and fresh faces, including their new manager, who brings a wealth of experience from the Dodgers, Red Sox, and Cardinals organizations. He steps in with a positive attitude and a vision for the season ahead.
We're going to be efficient in fundamentals, catching the ball, throwing to the right base, really kind of doing the little things the right way. And I think if we're able to do that, which I think we will, we're going to be in a lot of games.
Now, he has made one thing clear. His focus this season is on winning. The Dust Devils look forward to their home opener on Friday, April 4th, kicking off a weekend homestand against Vancouver. And before Saturday's game, keep an eye out for a very familiar face. Our very own Dan Hansen is set to throw out the first pitch. I want to see that happen.
Me too, and
You've done it before,
Oh,
right?
I've done it. I've been the bat boy before. Oh,
What's that like?
I go way back with the Dust Devils, but I'm liking their new logo. I saw that, so Dust Devils, I need new merch.
Yeah, all right. Well, hey, we have much more news ahead coming up in our 6:30 half hour, and then what do you have weather-wise?
Well, you'll see what's coming up.
Here's a live picture from Yakima. Look at that, close to 60 degrees. So stay with us. The region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. is back in just 2.5 minutes.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Weekdays at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
Do you like this one? I think this is my favorite. Okay, hon, what do you think of this one?
When it's time for an update or complete remodel, Rebath is with you every step of the way.
Wow, is this going to be ready in time for the baby?
Absolutely. From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower update.
If you have heart failure or chronic kidney disease, Farxiga can help you keep living life, because there are places you'd like to be. Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and bacterial infection between the anus and genitals, both which may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness or swelling between the anus and genitals. Ask your doctor about Farxiga today.
Farxiga.
Whether you're injured on the road or on the job, the big dogs at Brumback and Autumn will get you the full compensation. Leave nothing on the table. Brumback and Autumn. Bulldog tough.
Need to liven up your living room? Deck out your dining room? Beautify your bedroom? We've got just the thing. It's the spring clearance sale at Furniture Row, and that means all clearance furniture is on sale throughout the store. Shop fresh new looks for every room in your home. Or make your money work for you with 48 months, no interest financing. Get your home ready for spring with the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Only at Furniture Row.
At US Cellular, we're celebrating our customers, like JP here. It's a special event. Us days.
Yeah, we get special rewards and exclusive deals, and it's only for US Cellular customers. It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Us Days at US Cellular. Right now, our customers can get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet.
Step into a whimsical world of fun. Join Alice and Journey into the $185,000 prize land at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Anything is possible with $16,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. And the magical wins continue with a chance to multiply your prize up to $4,000 cash. Step into a whimsical world of fun. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
It's the start of the final road trip of the season as the Kraken head north to invade Vancouver. In this bitter rivalry, can Seattle deliver a knockout blow? Kraken, Canucks, pregame at 7, Wednesday on Apple Valley News Now.
Coming up tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest, it is Wednesday, which means it's Operation Best Friend time. We'll introduce you to a local pet that's up for adoption. Plus, we'll have all of your top stories and updates. We hope to see you right here Wednesday morning.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Welcome back, everybody. On this 1st of April, Austin Reed alongside Stacey Lee. Wendy Redmond is on assignment tonight, so you've got just us, and we are talking April Fools.
April Fools weather. It's been fooling me all day. No, we had a little bit of everything. It was a little breezy at times, cloudy. Some people had some showers today, but look outside right now. Legends Casino Skycam, absolutely gorgeous out there. And those clouds, well, they're going to start moving on out. The only thing that's going to start moving on in is going to be the wind. So be watching for gusty winds for the next couple of days. Winds are light at 11 miles per hour. Our sunset at 7:26. Humidity at 40%. So looking pretty good outside right now. Temperatures around the area still pretty pleasant this evening. But again, we're cooling down and we're going to be down right above the freezing level, but in the 30s all through the region. A little bit warmer here in the basin and the foothills, and cooler as you get up to the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Out the door tomorrow, bundle up. Just going to need a light jacket there, and then things looking much better as we get through the afternoon. So just to recap what's coming up the next couple of days, we've got a stray thunderstorm. Those are kind of dissipating already, but some folks had some rain coming through. Breezy to gusty winds next couple of days. A nice weekend warm up. We're going to feel very springy coming up, and then we're going to cool back down next week. We'll talk about all of that and more coming up here in just a few minutes. Austin.
All right, Stacey, thank you for that. A number of things are on the agenda for tonight's Yakima City Council meeting, including ongoing discussions about adding more service to the airport. New at 6:30, Apple Valley News Now's Morgan Huff reports.
Because of the merger between Alaska Airlines and Hawaiian Air, Alaska is moving a lot of their domestic connecting flights to Portland. And so this is a benefit not only for passengers wanting to get to Portland, but this provides more options for connecting flights, different times, different destinations. So it's a win for the traveling public.
As the Yakima City Council gathers Tuesday night, they could vote to approve a $1 million fund that would aid in bringing new flights to the Yakima Air Terminal. This would provide a minimum revenue guarantee and potentially add flights to Portland and Salt Lake City. We spoke with Airport Director Rob Hodgman, who acknowledged the benefit of adding the flight to Portland.
When I first arrived, I was seeking a Portland connection, and it's taken a little while, but that's finally come to fruition, and we're pretty happy about that. We don't yet have anything concrete on exactly when the next flight will start, but we're hearing maybe as early summer, and possibly a mid-morning arrival and a late morning departure, but that's all very, very preliminary.
The City Council will also consider a tourism promotion services agreement for Yakima Valley Tourism and the Capitol Theater Committee, with the hopes of marketing tourism. Council members will also discuss parking permits. This comes after the implementation of a new policy last summer that sold permits for $20. Additionally, the Yakima Area Arboretum is requesting a proclamation which would add the second Saturday in April as Arbor Day for the city of Yakima. This proclamation is a necessary requirement for the city to maintain its Tree City designation. Morgan Huff, Apple Valley News Now.
Morgan, thank you for that. From Yakima to Walla Walla now. The Walla Walla Police Department, along with the College Place Prevention Coalition and W2 for Drug-Free Youth, is hosting a town hall to talk with residents about drugs, gangs, and other related issues. The event is going to be happening this Thursday, April 3rd at 5 p.m. It will include connections to resources, opportunities to ask questions, and you can get free pizza as well. Now, there is registration required. It's now open. That link can be found by visiting our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. Over to Pasco, the Taco Crawl Committee is gearing up for its 9th annual Taco Crawl in downtown. The event is a 2-week-long event where people have 16 days to eat a total of 20 tacos. You will exchange each voucher for 1 taco at participating downtown Pasco taco stores and taco chains. People will also be able to vote on the best taco of the 2025 Taco Crawl. The committee says this crawl goes beyond figuring out who has the best taco in downtown Pasco.
This is actually an event that supports the Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton and Franklin counties. All of the money raised by the Taco Crawl stays in Pasco, goes to the Pasco Clubhouse. So it is directly supporting the children of Pasco in addition to being very delicious.
Voucher booklets are currently on sale for $35 until April 9th. They will go up to $40 after. We have a link to where you can buy your voucher booklet and where to pick it up right now. Also online, that's applevalleynewsnow.com. New at 6:30, Washington Governor Bob Ferguson weighed in on legislative Democrats' budget plans late this afternoon, throwing water on a key proposal to bring in more money to close a multi-billion-dollar projected deficit. Capitol correspondent Albert James shows us why the governor says one of the proposed taxes isn't going to work and what's next to pass a budget by the end of the month.
If the legislature wishes to complete our work on time, they need to immediately move the budget discussions in a significantly different direction.
Governor Ferguson says budget proposals from fellow Democrats in control of the legislature aren't close to where he'd want them to be to get his signature. While he acknowledged the state can't solely rely on cuts to close its budget shortfall, he says there are far too much in taxes in the Democratic proposals. He singled out the idea of instituting a tax on the assets of wealthy individuals, concerned about how successful it would be in the long term and if it's even constitutional.
The legal arguments for a wealth tax are untested. The courts could go either way on that issue. It would be irresponsible to rely on an untested new tax to balance our budget.
While he didn't comment on other revenue proposals because of ongoing negotiations, he raised concerns around a Senate Democratic idea to tap into state reserve funding. He says that money is key at a time where there's a lot of uncertainty with tariffs, funding cuts, and other actions from the other Washington.
Hope is not a strategy with Donald Trump. Take my word on that. I am not going to allow the state that I love to be at the financial mercy of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. That is not going to happen.
Before the governor spoke, Democratic leaders said a lot of conversations would be taking place over the next few weeks to get one budget across the finish line.
We have lots of plans B, C, and D. We're going to have good, productive conversations, and we fully intend to give him a budget and a set of revenue bills that he will support and can sign.
Legislators have to pass a budget to the governor before session ends on April 27th. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
From Washington to Oregon now, Senate Bill 210 is getting new life. It seeks to overhaul the Beaver State's first groundbreaking mail-in voting system and largely return it to in-person voting. Now, on Monday, a public hearing on the bill was heard in Salem. The bill was first introduced in January by Port Orford Republican David Brock Smith. Smith said reverting to in-person voting would cut down on potential voter fraud. The order requires proof of citizenship to vote and requires all ballots to be received by 8 p.m. on Election Day, among other things. The bill generated considerable public interest because as of 9 a.m. Monday, over 9,000 people had already submitted written testimony online. Due to the influx of that testimony, the Oregon Legislative Information Services website actually experienced technical difficulties. The region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. is just getting started. Coming up, we're going to bring you tonight's Fly the Northwest. It's all about fish. Plus, Stacy will return with your full First Alert forecast. A quick reminder, download our brand new Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app. Just scan this QR code and it'll go right to your phone, whether you have an Android or an iPhone. We'll be right back.
Josh Cobra, First Alert weather on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
This week, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale. Save up to 70% off all clearance and closeout items. Plus, special financing is available this week at Walker's.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors Kopstein and King for a free live webinar this Thursday at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a ride. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or taking on serious acreage, let's go the distance. Shop in store and online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel. Let's go mow.
Yakima Federal Savings and Loan was founded in 1905 and has kept your money safe and sound for 120 years. Your deposits at YakFed help people buy homes and build strong communities. We believe in giving back, proudly supporting local events and organizations that make a difference where we all live and work. With 10 local branch locations, we're committed to our communities and keeping your money secure. Experience the difference. Call, click, or come by and make the switch today.
Attention Kennewick Irrigation District customers. Due to worsening drought conditions in Washington State, we recommend that you prepare landscaping needs now, for restrictions will likely occur later. Use voluntary watering schedule to ease your lawn into future restriction. Use drip and hose irrigation to focus water where it's needed. Your water conservation efforts today will directly impact the availability of water throughout the irrigation season. Remember, every drop counts. For more information, visit KID.org and click the Drought Information button.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
This week, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale. Save up to 70% off all clearance and closeout items. Plus, special financing is available this week at Walker's.
Welcome back, everybody. If you are looking for a fun place to drop your fishing line, we may have the perfect lake for you. Check it out.
We are at Fish Trap Lake Resort on Fish Trap Lake. This lake is a trout lake, so the trout season is the middle of April to the middle of October, so that our lease season corresponds with the trout lake being open, where the spots are rented for that whole 6 months, the middle of April through the middle of October. The fishing is awesome. It is the wildlife and game department stock it a couple of times during the winter, and the fishing has been great. It's a great fly fishing lake. And me being from the Midwest, I didn't know anything about fly fishing, so Mike's taken me under his wing and teaching me fly fishing as well, and I love it. We get a lot of spring runoff coming down here, and the lake, comes up and goes down, and a lot of wildlife. We have otters living down here, beavers, blue heron, eagle nest on the lake. I mean, the wildlife is really spectacular. A lot of people come down here and take pictures of all the different species of birds and things like that as well. There's a lot of hiking trails up here on the BLM land that I walk quite a bit of it with my black lab. It's a very, very tranquil lake. It's very quiet. It's very beautiful. Yeah, it's awesome. It goes by fast, but summer is great down here.
Fish Trap Lake is a few miles south of exit 254 off Interstate 90 in the Sprague area.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Okay, I'm writing that down. Another place got to visit thanks to Fly the Northwest. All right, Weimar Skycam is shaking around. We have a little bit of wind up on the Atanum Ridge tonight. It says 5 miles per hour. I bet you it's blowing a little bit harder up there. Those clouds are starting to clear on out of the area. Futurecast showing most of that activity moving on out tonight. We'll have clearing skies with some, scattered clouds around the region. A touch of a shower here and there, very scattered, not organized, not expecting a whole lot out of that. Now we are seeing still a few more snowflakes falling in those upper elevations. Better chances of rain towards the foothills of the Blues and Walla Walla, about a 20% chance tomorrow. Thursday, a 30% chance. Everybody else down around 0 or 10% or less. The weather pattern, we've got that jet stream dipping way low, and that is bringing that cold air down from the north. But this ridge of high pressure will start to bump that out. And you can see these two lines here. In between those two lines, that's when we'll see the breezy and gusty winds as that ridge moves in over our area. So that's what's going on, and you're seeing those gusty winds right now. There it is, Yakima, 25 miles an hour, 34 miles an hour in Ellensburg, much lighter as you get into the Columbia Basin. Futurecasts will show it being pretty windy there overnight, calming down as we get into the early morning hours, and then those winds are going to start picking up, especially along the foothills of the Blues and down the I-84 corridor, and once again through our mountain gaps and passes tomorrow afternoon. So look for that. With the winds, we have lots of pollen blowing around in the air. Those pollen counts are pretty high right now, so if you're sniffling, sneezing, that would be why. Alder, ash, and birch. Now, we had rain yesterday. How much did we get? Not a ton, but about a quarter of an inch there in Walla Walla. That was needed for our final day of March, and about a tenth of an inch pretty much elsewhere around the region. What did we pick up for the month of March? Things are looking good for pretty much everybody. We're above the average. We're a surplus, actually, for Yakima, for the Tri-Cities, and Hermiston. We were at a little bit of a deficit for Walla Walla and Pendleton, but overall pretty good water totals as we start heading into these warmer and drier months going forward. Temperatures for tonight are going to be down in the 30s, but above freezing, especially here in the foothills and in the Columbia Basin as you get up the Yakima Valley. A little bit cooler there, but still staying above freezing. There's those breezy winds. Temperatures gradually climbing as we get into the weekend. Nice little warm up. Like I said, it's going to be springy as we get to that weekend. In Yakima, look for those breezy winds and those temperatures getting really nice and pleasant as well. Ellensburg looking good. I like the looks of just maybe like 7 degrees warmer, Austin, and I would be a happy camper. Walla Walla, pretty close to 70. I like 75. I think that's my happy zone. There's the rain possible in Walla Walla, and then in Hermiston, windy to breezy winds for the next couple of days, hitting 71 on Sunday. So yeah, about 75. That's where I like it. That's my happy place.
Happy place.
Yeah. And then to get out and recreate like on the river, 80 to 85.
Yeah, it needs to be a little bit warmer.
A little bit warmer.
On the river. Yeah, that's for sure. All right, still ahead on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30. The anticipated feature-length biopics chronicling the Beatles story has been cast. We'll tell you the musicians that will represent one of the most influential bands. That's in What's Trending.
Should we take a look at? What do you think?
So here,
from design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $500 off your tub or shower remodel.
Step into a whimsical world of fun. Join Alice and Journey into the $185,000 prize land at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Anything is possible with $16,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. And the magical wins continue with a chance to multiply your prize up to $4,000 cash. Step into a whimsical world of fun. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
Meet the Moore family. They switched from cable internet to Ziply Fiber and got so much more. Mr. Moore got more upload speed for next level gaming and live streaming to the masses. Mason Moore got even more done for his sneaker business, quickly uploading HD product demos and video conferencing without freezing.
Brad, you're on mute.
And now that her family doesn't need her for tech support, Mrs. Moore has more time to stream games into overtime.
Let's go!
Get more of what you love by switching to Ziply Fiber for $65 less per month than cable at ziplyfiber.com.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
It's not easy being Mariano Morales' horse. He needs to ride the clients all the time. He does take care of them. He gets the insurance company to pay for medical bills, car repairs, even money for pain and suffering. Looks like it's going to be another busy day. Better get warmed up. After all, I am his best friend.
Hurt in a car wreck? Give me a call.
Big or small, we work them all.
I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Fireworks, baseball, and Saturday night. Apple Valley News Now welcomes back our boys of summer, the Tri-City Dust Devils. Be sure and arrive early to win almost fabulous prizes from Apple Valley News Now. Fireworks and baseball, Saturday night. Be there.
Next ET.
I'm a workaholic. I love it.
The Stars take over Sin City, our exclusives from CinemaCon in Las Vegas, plus Kevin Bacon's Wild TV return.
You know, it was a little frightening.
Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Weekdays at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
All right, let's do what's trending. 4 separate feature-length biopics. You told me I said it wrong earlier. Biopics, right? Biopics.
Yeah, biography picture.
All right, there we go. They are set to chronicle the story of the Beatles from each band member's point of view.
This should be interesting. The casting of the 4 musicians has now been confirmed. According to Sony Pictures Entertainment, baby girls Harris Dickinson will play John Lennon. Paul Mescal from Gladiator 2 will be cast as Paul McCartney.
And then Barry Keoghan from the Banshees of
Inisherin,
yeah, will portray Ringo Starr. And Stranger Things, Joseph Quinn will play George Harrison. Oscar-winning director Sam Mendes is set to direct The Beatles, a 4-film cinematic event.
Okay, good stuff.
My mom's a big Beatles fan.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, so I'm sure she'll be watching that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, the Green Bay Packers have called for National Football League owners to ban a controversial play. It's called the Tush Push. Or the Tush Push, maybe.
The Tush Push.
Maybe the Tush Push, yeah.
Okay. Well, in recent years, the Philadelphia Eagles have used the Tush Push to get short yardage for a first down or a touchdown.
And it involves offensive players pushing the quarterback forward from behind. NFL owners were expected to potentially take up the measure sometime today.
Come on. Anyway, reports from multiple NFL insiders indicate the league's competition committee has decided to table the discussion for now. The next time it could be discussed would be in the May Spring League meeting, according to multiple reporters. Can you imagine? Okay, tonight's agenda, the Tush Push.
The Tush Push.
I would giggle, so.
Yeah, I'm already giggling right now. Hey, have you been tricked today by chance?
A couple times.
Yeah.
So there was a donut on the weather desk, and I thought, is that really a donut or?
Was there really?
It really was a donut.
Oh, okay.
So,
did you eat it?
Well, yeah, of course I did. The donut sitting there, I'm going to eat it. So, just saying.
Well, you still have time to be tricked because April Fool's
continues.
Yeah. All right, we're doing final weather up next.
This week, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale. Save up to 70% off all clearance and closeout items. Plus, special financing is available this week at Walker's.
In 1997, my father-in-law, John Ramsey, started this business.
We took it from 2.5 acres. Now we're 22 acres.
What separates us is you're not just a number when you walk in the door.
Professional, on time. They answer all my questions.
If you're looking for a high-quality trailer at the right price, this is the place.
It feels like a home away from home.
I can guarantee when you buy an RV from us, you are part of the Broadmoor family.
At Broadmoor RV,
we make camping fun! The Inland Northwest is a vibrant community, rich in tradition and pride. And Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like nitrates, bacteria, and PFAS. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Because early is easy with a medium iced coffee, caramel or classic, for just $2.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Attention Kennewick Irrigation District customers. Due to worsening drought conditions in Washington State, we recommend that you prepare landscaping needs now, for restrictions will likely occur later. Use voluntary watering schedule to ease your lawn into future restriction. Use drip and hose irrigation to focus water where it's needed. Your water conservation efforts today will directly impact the availability of water throughout the irrigation season. Remember, every drop counts. For more information, visit KID.org and click the Drought Information button.
Feeling overwhelmed? It's time to shed your worries, literally. At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got the perfect shed to clear the clutter, create space, and bring peace to your life. Man cave, playhouse, done. Want something custom? We'll build it just the way you want it. And we deliver for free. Spring is here. Shed the mess, shed the stress. See dealer for special pricing. Visit Columbia Basin Building and Sheds today, 3680 West Van Giesen in West Richland, or 3005 Yakima Valley Highway in Sunnyside.
This week, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale. Save up to 70% off all clearance and closeout items. Plus, special financing is available this week at Walker's.
Josh Cobra, First Alert Weather on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
And we're back on your April Fools. April 1st, here we go. A new month, it's spring. What's your favorite time of the year, Austin? Mine?
Mine is fall, actually.
Fall, okay.
Yeah.
I like spring and I like fall. I like them both, actually. So I like spring because everything's coming back to life.
True.
And we get some fun little storms. Come take a look at your screen, our viewer photo of the day. We had some fun looking clouds out there the last couple of days because we've had unstable air masses coming through. We had those thunderstorms a couple of times. We even had some grapple yesterday. That doesn't happen very often. All right, so QR code, right side of your screen. Use your smartphone, take a picture of that, or go to AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Click on the weather tab. That's how you get your weather photo on TV. Real quick, let's take a look at your day out the door tomorrow. A little on the cool side in the Yakima-Kittitas Valley. You'll be peeling off some layers, looking pretty good, but do look for those winds to kick up in the afternoon around the region, so that'll make it feel a little bit cooler than it really is. And a quick peek at your 7-day planning forecast. I like the looks of that weekend for Yakima, Tri-Cities. Also looking pretty good there in Walla Walla and Hermiston. So good looking weather forecast. We made it through April Fool so far. I don't know. My husband might try to trick me.
Yeah. If he's watching right now, please Please do it on my behalf. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night.